Welcome. Today is Maundy Thursday. Wanted to come to you today to bring you a video, just me and you here in my office, a chance for us to get together and a real joy. If only I could see you again, but we will do that soon. I'm going to also post on our website, probably it's been posted already, a service for Maundy Thursday and another service for Good Friday. These are intended for you to be able to read and pray together, perhaps with your family, in your own home. You can look those up on www.stpaulcaro.org, our website. I want to remind you that the Easter celebration and worship and devotional video will be up as normal. We look forward to that opportunity to pray together. Today, I want to remind you that we have a ministry together, which is a ministry of prayer. We cannot be together at this time in worship. We cannot receive Holy Communion together at this time in worship. And so our duty, our privilege, and our great joy is to pray for one another. There are many things for which we should pray in this world today. Let me begin by saying, in tonight's devotion for Maundy Thursday, we find Jesus with his disciples in the upper room and a reading from John chapter 13, verse 1. Before the feast of Passover, when Jesus knew that his hour had come to depart from this world to the Father, having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. So it's the night of Passover, the night in which all of Israel was joined together to commemorate that very time when they were saved by the blood of the Lamb, when they were set free. And Jesus is with his Israel, his chosen 12, those who would carry on the ministry to the world and to us even today. They were in the upper room, and he loved them to the end, and he gives them two things this night. The first is an example. Jesus gets up from the table and takes off his outer garment and puts a towel around his waist and kneels down and washes the disciples' feet. Foot washing, the lowliest form of servanthood that could be done. And Jesus does that for them, showing them as an example how they can love one another. Isn't that indeed what we can do for each other? Is to serve and love each other? The second thing Jesus gives them this very night is a gift of his own body and blood. He even calls it a New Testament. We might even say his last will and testament, to give to his disciples and his church in the future that which is most important, the greatest gift, himself. And he gives it for the forgiveness of sins. What a great privilege and blessing it is. If you have never done so, I would encourage you to find a copy of Luther's Large Catechism and read the section on the sacrament of the altar. It is truly beautiful and moving. As a matter of fact, had we been together in worship and be able to celebrate Holy Communion this night, I was going to study that with you a little bit in person, from the pulpit. I didn't do that right now because I think it would make us so long for the sacrament of Holy Communion. We would be saddened that we cannot have it together right now. Well, we will. And the gift of Jesus is always here for us. So the gift of his example to love one another is something his disciples could do. And we can do that too. There is a love which we have seen in our communities and in our world, love of people who are working in grocery stores and gas stations and all those necessary places where we still have to go for our lives to go on, but also those who work in law enforcement, and especially medical care workers who are on the front line of dealing with the coronavirus, even showing love and serving those who are so ill they're at the point of death. Our task, our job is to pray for them. It is a ministry of prayer, a service of prayer. The way we love each other today and for a time now will be our love of prayer and forgiveness. And when we're together again, to rejoice in the forgiveness that Jesus won for us, which is indeed always ours. We always have it, but to be able to partake together, partaking a communion, the bread with the body and the cup with the blood, and me and Jesus communing together because I partake of him, and me and you communing together because we partake of the very same Lord and King and Savior. God bless you this day. I'll talk to you again tomorrow.